Okay, so this guy's saying that the Edwards versus Covington is being set up with the expectation that Conor McGregor will beat Michael Chandler in the fall. So he can fight either Leon Edwards or Colby Covington, both of which would be very big fights for different reasons. But I think what a lot of people are missing, pretty much everybody, is what happened when Colby got beat up. Okay, why did that happen? Supposedly he was set up, right, by the Nelk boys or whatever, Bob Maneri, whoever that he was out with. But what was the purpose of setting him up? I think Dana White was involved in those texts. And the reason I think that, it's similar to the McGregor bus incident. I think he thought they would get some good coverage out of like a back and forth where there's some yelling, pushing and shoving, but nothing happens. No one gets punched, no one gets beat up, so on and so forth. But it got out of hand. Colby ended up getting jumped. Not what they expected. And if he wasn't involved, think about this from a promoter standpoint. These guys just set up one of your stars to get beat up. You can't use them. You haven't been able to use them for a year and a half. I wouldn't have anything to do with those people. Dana White did the exact opposite. He did even more business with the Nelk boys. Went on their podcast, giving them $250,000 in cash. He didn't act like someone who was upset that they had set his fighter up. That's because he was part of it. I think he's on those texts. And when they do an investigation, they're going to pull all the communications and everything. For this past year and a half where Colby Covington has been invisible, they've been trying to smooth everything over. Because if he takes them to court, he's going to win. If he sues Masvidal, if he sues the Nelk boys, whoever it was that was involved, he's going to win. Because he got beat up, he's got a case. He would probably stand to make more money suing them than he would ever make fighting again for the UFC. I'd be surprised if he did fight again. They brought him in to weigh in as a backup fighter so he could collect $25,000. He could have fought someone else on this card and it would have been a better card. He didn't. So that was a payday. They knew the fight wasn't going to get canceled. How often they cancel a main event? Even when a guy misses weight, they don't cancel. So that was just a payday, an excuse to give him $25,000 or whatever. This is all part of the payoff. Okay, Colby, we'll make things right. We'll bring you back for immediate title shot. We'll give you a pay bump. We'll give you a good matchup. Leon Edwards, perfect fight for Colby to win the belt. Perfect matchup for him. Then he can fight McGregor. Another huge fight. Or even Chandler would still be a big fight. So this is all part of the payoff. They've been trying to figure out how to smooth things over and avoid going to trial with Colby Covington. None of them want to do that because they're going to lose. This is all part of the payoff. And I think that's what this guy's missing.